Turning now to a shocking case here in the UK. Lucy Letby, the most prolific child serial killer in modern British history, will spend the rest of her life behind bars. The nurse was sentenced today to life in prison without the possibility of parole. On Friday, a Manchester court found Letby guilty of murdering 7 babies and the attempted murder of 6 others in a hospital where she worked. Sangita has this report for us.
Lucy Letby arrived in court to face her crimes, but she wouldn't face her victims' families. The 33-year-old child murderer refused to leave her cell and refused to listen to the families who bravely described what she took from them. The mother of Letby's first victim, a twin boy who she murdered in June 2015, said, "Never could we have imagined that the most precious things in our lives would be placed in such harm in the care of a nurse." Another mother of a girl born prematurely also spoke. Letby killed her child when she was 2 days old by injecting air into her veins. She described what Letby took from her family. Clutching a small teddy in her hands, she said her daughter's ashes were buried in a tiny box on her actual due date. She said, "My arms, my heart, my life felt so painfully empty." And the mother of a baby boy who Letby murdered shared how she felt when she first saw her child. "It was like nothing I'd experienced before. The way he smelled, my tiny firstborn son." She went on to say how she will never forget the touch of his hand and how every day she used to wear his hand and footprints in a necklace until she heard Lucy Letby had been arrested because it was Letby who took the prints. For years she couldn't wear this memory of her son until now that she has justice for her child. Letby always denied every charge she faced. Instead, she claimed she was bullied by doctors and used as a scapegoat for poor care on the unit. In a trial that lasted 10 months, it took the jury more than 110 hours to reach their verdicts. She is guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 6 others in what the judge described as cruel, calculated and cynical attacks. For sentencing, he addressed the court as if she was in the dock.
"You acted in a way that was completely contrary to the normal human instincts of nurturing and caring for babies, and in gross breach of the trust that all citizens place in those who work in the medical and caring professions."
The parents of twin boys say they can in some ways now move on. Letby attempted to murder one of their sons by poisoning them with insulin and his brother by injecting him with air.
It provides a bit of closure, not completely, but at least a bit of closure that they got the right person and she's going to be punished for it. But it's not going to do justice no matter what. She's taken lives. She's tried to take other babies' lives. So whatever sentence she gets is not going to be enough.
Today was, for some parents, the first time they shared how they felt in hospital along these corridors when their babies were attacked. One mother described how she walked in on Letby murdering her son, but left him alone with her because she was a nurse and she trusted her. She and others shared how they now live with their own guilt and how they are traumatised that the person they trusted to care for their babies betrayed them in the most brutal way. But she used her position to manipulate everyone around her so she could carry out her sadistic and malevolent acts. Escorted from court, Letby will never leave prison, now serving a whole life sentence, a serial killer who deliberately inflicted pain on the most vulnerable babies.